So the book does start with the physical stuff we carry through a war, not just the military stuff, but the rabbit's feet and the pictures of your girlfriend back home and all you don't have. And then the book tries to move into the emotional and the spiritual burdens that you're going to carry, not just to the war, but to your grave.
See, I had a girlfriend when I went over there, and in September, 8 months after I was there, I got a Dear John letter from her, and I kept hoping that I'd be able to fix this up once I got back. And I did not know what kind, and that woman, that girl, had become the focus of my life while I was in Vietnam. She had ceased to be a real person. She'd become this icon. And then, of course, she had sort of, said, take a hike. But you can't just let go of a vision like that, of the thing that has kept you going.
We got into a fight. It was up in the DMZ, and there was a young man he was dead. And I went through his pockets, and he had a picture of his wife and his children. That hit home.
That track was hit by 3 rocket-propelled grenades. I heard the guys screaming. Some of them lost legs and arms and stuff like that. Somebody crying for help, you just gotta go. And that's what I told Captain when he'd put me in for Bronze Star. I said, I'm no hero. I said, I just did what comes natural.
In my own experience, the Vietnamese people hated me, and I gave them every reason to hate me. I beat them. I sometimes killed them. I destroyed their houses. I destroyed their crops. I destroyed their fields. I destroyed their culture. Why in the hell should those people like me? The funny thing about Vietnam is that I was getting Time magazine every week, and I could look around and see that, I don't know what war they're talking about, but that's not what's going on here. We actually had an incident happen where one of our line companies stumbled upon a fairly large cache of Viet Cong weapons and ammunition. This little action actually made it into the papers, and we read that we had set the Viet Cong effort back by at least 4 months in our area. Within a week, the bridge 150 meters in front of our battalion compound was dropped by Viet Cong sappers. An Amtrak hit a 50-pound box mine. Several men were killed. A bunch more were wounded. A patrol out at Phuoc Troc Bridge was ambushed. Several people were killed. Several people were wounded. I mean, nobody told the Viet Cong that they'd been set back for 4 months.
It was a bad running joke, but if you survived the first 10 or 15 seconds of an ambush, you were going to live. The entire time we were there, we described it as hours and hours and hours of boredom, interrupted occasionally by just shocking moments of terror. And there is just nothing that you can describe about all of a sudden hearing gunfire coming from a place you can't see, and hearing bullets, and knowing that they were meant for you. No matter how you describe it, you clutch up and you get down, and we would burrow and we would do everything we could to find cover and fight back. But honestly, it's scary. I mean, I don't have a good formula for how you do that, because so much of it was just luck of the draw. You were either in the range of fire or you weren't. It plays the same for everybody, and for how it works on your emotions. I mean, it's frightening stuff.
And I looked up, and there are 2 F-100 Super Sabre jets like this. They're coming directly at us. The lead plane has already punched the pickle switch and will turn loose canisters of napalm. Hal was trying to stop the second guy from dumping his on us. But unfortunately for 2 or 3 engineer demolition guys, they were right in the path. And in that flame, I could see these 2 men dancing and screaming. And someone yelled, "Get this man's feet." And I reached down and picked him up, and his boots crumbled. The flesh on his ankles just peeled off. I could feel the ankle bone in the palm of my hands. And we carried him over to where the wounded were. It was a young specialist named Jim Nakayama out of Rigby, Idaho. Married. Wife had a baby that week. He died 2 days later. That boy is my nightmare.